ask for your assessment of the latest that we just played out for our viewers.
Thank you for having me. Obviously, the situation in Gaza is grim for Gazans. They have no economy. Many of them don't have homes. And I don't understand why there's not any country in the world willing to accept any Gazans at all that would like to flee the war zone, which should be a basic humanitarian right. The Gazan border with Egypt is totally locked, and now one country is offered to take any meaningful amount of Gazans that want to get out of the war zone. And I think that until that time, you're going to see the Gazans suffering immeasurably, because it's going to take years to rebuild what's been destroyed and to rebuild a functioning economy.
Right, the Palestinian envoy there crying out, recounting the deaths, and just a lot of emotion there. If you can just give us a sense of what all of this really means going forward, given the fact that there have been attempts at this point, even as far as the aid is concerned, there's been a lot of back and forth that's been going on.
Well, Israel tried to withhold aid to pressure Hamas to release the hostages. There's still 58 hostages, at least 20 of them living or remaining in Gaza, and Israel just wants them home. I believe that Israel would be fully willing to end the war in its entirety with the return of every last hostage, dead and alive. That offer is yet to be placed on the table by Hamas, and that's why you don't have a deal. But even now, as Israel goes back into Gaza with military force to try to completely extract and eradicate Hamas, which will ultimately be to the benefit of the Gazan people if they have a ruler that's not Hamas, Israel's trying now to bring in more humanitarian aid. They've set up 2 distribution points. Another 2 distribution points are set to open in the next week. And I believe that there will be even more distribution points and more trucks that will be allowed into Gaza as soon as it can be determined that Hamas cannot hijack the aid the way they hijacked Israeli hostages and use it as a lever of power over the Gazan people.
Can I just ask you also to comment on what you think would be playing out from here onwards? Where do you think the situation is really headed?
Well, we're going to see over the next several weeks that Israel is planning to take over control of the entirety of the Gaza Strip. They already have said that they are in control of about 40% of the Strip, and they believe that within the next 7 to 8 weeks they can be in control of 75% of the Strip, which means that Hamas will not be operating in 75% of the Strip. But until the doors get open and until Gazans are allowed to leave, either temporarily or permanently, I don't really see how this situation is going to be solved in the short term, because buildings have been destroyed. And that is a result of Hamas's booby trapping of civilian infrastructure and using it as a military grounds for staging its war against the IDF. And now all the Gazans are paying the price.
All right, we're leaving it there for the moment. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.